All right, Alex, I guess the first question, first spring training for you, what has it been like overall, and has it sort of lived up to what you thought it would be?
Definitely from not having gone through this before. Didn't know what to expect. A lot of guys that I've talked to said it's a lot like instructs that I did last year. And coming here, had high expectations to do well. I had a setback with the hamstring injury, but it's been well. The instructs was more of an individual thing, but with spring training, it's more about team and figuring out what this organization is all about. Learn the plays and learn what to do right, and how to handle yourself when the season starts.
A lot of people say as a first round pick, there's added expectations or pressure, a little bit more of a spotlight. When you're one of 150 guys, does that help you kind of just blend in a little bit more, or do you still feel that a little bit while you're here?
I've never casted myself individually out away from everyone else. I've always considered myself as one of the other guys. So wherever I get drafted, it's all been the same. So, but with me, I feel like I've blended in and trying to get along with the guys as best as possible and becoming new friends with many of them.
Yeah, there are some other guys here who did the same thing. Aaron Hicks, Kyle Gibson. I mean, have you been able? Not that you're only allowed to hang out with first-round picks, obviously, but knowing that they have that shared experience, have you been able to sort of pick their brains in terms of what to expect in this first full season?
I've talked to actually both of them, and they said it's a different season. It's a long season. So it's not like college where you have maybe 9 to 15 starts, whatever it may be, but it's more of it's a long drawn out season that you have to be well fit for and be able to pitch on every 5th day instead of every 7th day. So Kyle's been through it. He did well last year, so he just said take a game at a time and just relax and do what you've always been doing.
Does that help? I mean, I know that the day-to-day of spring training can get to be a grind after a while, knowing that hopefully will set you up to be able to sort of break through that wall that you usually hit in that first long full season. I mean, does that make it a little easier to bear down and grind it out?
Yeah, once you get used to spring training every day, coming up to the season, you know what to expect. With me a little bit last year, getting the experience, about four starts I had. You get a little taste of it, but not as much. So with this being my first full year, I'm definitely excited and ready to get things started. We have about a couple more, I'd say 10 days left or so. So after the season, I'm gonna be ready to go.
One of the things that I think makes a big difference between instructs and here is that you've got the major league side going on. Jim was saying that even if you just get the chance to slide over and watch those games, I mean, how much of a benefit is that for you to when you've been able to get over and just see how they go about their business over there?
Growing up, you get to watch and you have your idols and you get to see what it's all about. But being right next to them, you really get the sense of it. You have the coaches coming over to help us out. You have actual players coming over and playing with us. And even getting to talk to some of them in the weight room, they're just normal guys, and they're ready, to help you out, to, figure out, that this is a job and this is your life, and just to cherish it. And, you're one of many people, and just having the chance to play professional baseball is awesome. And having them right across the street, being able to come over from time to time, be able to help you out is awesome.
Does that serve as a motivator, makes that dream seem that much more attainable?
It's a huge motivation. Seeing those guys, see how laid back and awesome it is, and being able to play in front of that crowd when they're here just for a spring training game is one in itself. So just getting that motivation to get to the next level, and growing up and getting to the major leagues is awesome.
Last question for you. I'm sure you've heard by now that you as a pitcher fit a certain mold that the Twins seem to like. Does being sort of typecast like that bother you at all, or is it a good thing because you see all these guys who've come and they make it through quickly, and this is definitely an organization that promotes especially pitchers from within?
Yeah, I've always been my pitcher. I've been I've always wanted to throw strikes, get ahead of batters and don't walk people. So that's when you usually get in trouble. So what I want to do is, continue with myself and, do the best I can in order to advance. I feel as though I have what it takes to make it into the major leagues. So I just have to take it game by game, and then if I do well, get moved up as quickly as possible. So just got to take everything as it goes, and just be selective of when I be myself. And so I just have to take game by game and level by level.